In this installment, we're going to be going over the NFL bets for Week 14, the late slate. Let's get into it. Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Chef D, and I'm here to bring you the winning ingredients for our Week 14 late slate we got going on. But before we deep dive into that, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you follow me on Instagram and Twitter at MetsNetJetsD. Don't forget about that TikTok at Chef_D91. And don't forget about that Patreon. Right now, we're at the homepage of the YouTube channel, currently at 8.71 thousand subscribers. This is the road to 10K, and we're well on our way because you guys are showing up each and every single day. If you're already subscribed, continue to like and comment. That helps the YouTube algorithm so we can grow to a much broader audience. All right, and moving on to that Patreon, guys, get signed up. That's one. Number two, if you're watching the video, I want to stress this one more time. You're watching the video and you are not subscribed, it does not hurt to hit that subscribe button right this second and click the notification bell so you're up to date on these videos for Monday Night Football, Thursday Night Football, and the weekend plays for early and late slate. Once NFL gets over with and once we get into the playoffs, we're moving straight into NBA, which we were killing it last year, all right, as well. All right, so for that Patreon, we had some solid plays last night. One of the community parlays came through, Kings and Pacers. That was a plus 138. I gave out also Bucks plus 8 as well. That came through. And 76ers came through as well at plus 2.5. They outright won against the Orlando Magic. So if you want winning plays, if you want future bets as well, click that link provided down below. Get connected. You're getting access to daily bets, future bets, and access to that group chat that goes off 24/7. I'm so excited to announce I have partnered with BetStamp and Sign Up Expert to provide you guys with an easier way to sign up with any sportsbook in your area. If you go to the link in the description down below, you will be directed to this page you see here. It automatically displays all available sportsbooks in your area plus their current promotions. For example, you could take the plays given in this video and apply it to any other sportsbooks you don't currently have and reap the rewards. Now let's get into the slate. In State Farm Stadium here, we have the Arizona Cardinals 6-6 going against the Seattle Seahawks 7-5. NFC West division battle right now for that number one spot. Very crowded here in that division. Looking at the current odds, Cardinals minus 145 on the money line with the comeback of the Seahawks at a plus 120. Point spread at a 2.5. Total points at 44.5. Public bet percentage here. Looking at it, public heavy here on the underdog. 79% of the money, 45% of the bets towards the Seattle Seahawks. For the point spread, even heavier, 68% of the bets, 72% of the money on the Seattle Seahawks in this one as well. And for the total, 68% of the bets and 54% of the money towards the over 45.5. For the injury report here, Arizona Cardinals dealing only with one out here, Elijah Jones, cornerback. He's going to be out of this game. Limited on Dante Stills and Naquan Jones. For the Seattle Seahawks, they're dealing with some issues here. Stone Forsythe, the tackle, he's going to be out. Doubtful will be Trey Brown, their cornerback. And we have news about Kenneth Walker, their lead and star running back. He's highly questionable in this game with 2 DNPs on Thursday and Friday. So a big concern there. If he's out, the duties of running back will go to Zach Charbonnet. All right, so these teams very familiar with each other. They just played 2 weeks ago, and that game was closely contested. And the Seattle Seahawks, because of that interception return for a touchdown, they won by 10 points there, 16-6. Very low-scoring environment in that game, all right? Both of these defenses are strong against stopping the run. And that's what you saw in that game 2 weeks ago. Kyler Murray struggled with his first game back from the bye, all right? So this one here, I'm going to avoid the public underdog. I usually do that. It's just a spot that you want to stay away from. And I think the Cardinals, they had a chance to win in that first one. They're home in this game, and Kyler Murray is the best player on the field. All right, so give me the Cardinals on the money line. Cardinals to cover the 2.5. fade the public, and I like the over in this one. I think the Cardinals offense gets going, a little bit of a back and forth, and the Cardinals win this game very comfortably here. So Cardinals money line, Cardinals cover, and over 44.5. In SoFi Stadium here, LA Rams going up against the Buffalo Bills. Rams are 6-6. Buffalo Bills are 10-2. Looking at the current odds, Bills are road favorites here, -190 on the money line. Rams on a comeback here, +155. Point spread at 3.5. Very respectable here for this Rams and Bills matchup, despite the fact that the Bills have been on fire as of late. Total points set at 49.5. Public bet percentage here, 78% of the bets, 89% of the money, all over the Buffalo Bills on the road. For the point spread, 75% of the bets, 82% of the money, all over the Buffalo Bills as well on the road. And for the total points, 70% of the bets and 58% of the money towards the over 49.5. All right. Injury report for these two teams. The Rams, they have KT Levinston. He's going to be out. Tyler Higbee's been out all year. And Jared Verse is questionable, but trending towards playing. So KT Levinston has been out for the last couple weeks with an injury on his ankle that he had, but he couldn't fully give it a go, despite the fact he had full practices all week long. For the Buffalo Bills, they have a couple Q tags. No one that is out here, so we got to watch out for Dalton Kincaid if he's going to give it a go, for Tylen Grable and Keon Coleman, and see if he's going to finally come back to the wide receiver core here for the Buffalo Bills. All right. Now, the Buffalo Bills have been on a very good hot streak here. As you can see, they've been dominant 5 games in a row. Seattle, Miami, Indianapolis, KC, and then the San Francisco 49ers. After those 2 home games, they're back on the road, going all the way to LA. So that is a factor there. And you had 2 high point moments here against KC, big high, and then domination in San Francisco, taking advantage of that injured team there in the snow. You had a West Coast team in the snow. That did not bode well at all. Plus Christian McCaffrey getting injured. It was a landslide in that game. I expect a competitive nature in this one here from the LA Rams in this game. All right. Despite the fact that you saw the dominant performance from the Buffalo Bills, they do struggle against opposing running backs. All right. 15th overall, but look at the numbers. Over 108 rushing yards per game and 5.3 yards per carry. All right. That's one of the league worst there that they've been giving up the past couple weeks, getting gashed in the run game. Rams struggle against the running back as well. 24th overall and 14th in the red zone. They're giving up 130 yards per game and 5.4 yards per carry. All right, so both run games are in a very positive spot here. Kyron Williams, James Cook, both in a very good light here. These pass defenses are pretty strong. Buffalo Bills are number 1, but they're 25th in the red zone. So if you do get in the red zone, they have been giving up the touchdowns. The LA Rams aren't too far behind. They're 9th overall and 14th in the red zone. Rams are giving up 213 yards passing and 1.2 TDs. Buffalo Bills giving up 187 yards passing and 1.7 TDs. All right. So these are just from the last 4 games here. I wanted to zero in on the defense in this part of the stretch run of the season and see how they're performing. This spot here for the Rams, if we're looking at their past couple games, up and down performances. All right. Lost to Miami, beat New England. Lost to Philly, domination, beat New Orleans. I think that they can catch the Buffalo Bills here, and I think that line is perfect, okay? We're getting 3 points in the hook. I expect a motivated performance here from the Rams, from Matthew Stafford, and the wide receiver duo that they have between Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp. So very strong offense here for the Rams. The question is if that Rams pass rush can create some havoc there for Josh Allen. They have stepped up this year. If Jared Verse is going to play, that's going to bode well for that D-line as well, all right? Other than that, I do think that this is a high-scoring environment. So I'm going to be going with the Rams here with the points, okay? Give me the home underdog here. Bills off an all-time high the past 3 weeks, dominating teams, coming all the way East Coast to West Coast here in LA. This is a spot where I'm going to be looking at the home underdog in the Rams and Matthew Stafford. So +3.5. And for the total, we're going to go with the over 49.5 in a shootout. in Levi Stadium here. San Francisco 49ers 5-7 going up against the Chicago Bears 4-8. All right, very interesting line here. We're looking at these two teams. They're pretty much going in the same direction, but one kind of has some upside and the other is really trending down. But looking at this odds here, very interesting. 49ers minus 175 still. With the comeback of the Bears at a plus 145, point spread at 3.5, total points at 44. All right, public bet percentage here, 71% of the bets, 52% of the money on the side of the 49ers. For the point spread, public and sharps are on the side of the underdog here. 70% of the bets, 58% of the money towards the Bears to cover. And for the total points, we have 78% of the bets and 69% of the money towards the over 44 in this total, okay? Injury report for these two teams. And looking at the injury report for the 49ers, it is a long one. Aaron Banks, out. Nick Bosa, out. Jordan Mason, out. Christian McCaffrey, out. Trent Williams, out. And that usually does not bode well. When you see Trent Williams out, this team drastically, it's a big effect, obviously, to that offensive line and to protecting the blind side of their quarterback in Brock Purdy. Dre Greenlaw, out. That's another hit at linebacker. Greg Odom, out. So a lot of guys are out here. Have the 49ers given up? That is a big question. Same question with the Chicago Bears. You're dealing with offensive coordinator change, coaching firing, and they find ways to lose. Like, despite the fact that the 49ers have been playing bad and going through all these injuries, the Bears are willingly letting games go. There's been 4 to 5 opportunities where they had the lead and the win in the bag in the fourth quarter, and they find ways to lose. All right, with the Bears, Ryan Bates out, Elijah Hicks out, Roschon Johnson out, and then we got Q tags on DeAndre Swift and DJ Moore. They're both trending towards playing in this game. All right, now Bears, 49ers. 49ers are struggling against stopping the run, but that was more weather related in that game. They got absolutely gashed in that one. If we're looking at the past 4 weeks, they're the worst. They're the worst. 32nd overall, 31st in the red zone, 129 yards a game and 4.7 yards a carry as well. And looking for the Chicago Bears, they have been struggling just as much. So the run game on both sides are in positive spots. Isaac Guerrero and their backup that they got, Jermaine Taylor, for the 49ers, he's going to be a factor. And the Chicago Bears, DeAndre Swift should be able to take over the bell cow carries with no Roschon Johnson, and he should be the lead back here and have a decent day against the 49ers. So both running backs on both sides are looking as plus matchups. If we're looking at the secondary, all right, fantasy points allowed to opposing quarterbacks, the 49ers have still been decent, all right, 13th overall, but when they get in the red zone, they have been giving them touchdowns, 28th in the league with touchdowns. They're only giving up, the 49ers are only giving up 160 yards per game to opposing quarterbacks, all right? On the side of the Chicago Bears, it's a little bit of a different story, just slightly worse. Actually, they're almost giving up 100 more yards, all right? Bears, 17th overall, 27th in the red zone. They're giving up 252 yards a game, passing and 1.5 TDs as well. So if this was any spot here for Brock Purdy to get right, he still has his weapons. He still has Juwan Jennings. He still has his tight end and George Kittle. There's plenty of options still for the 49ers to get this team going and see if they can get a win. I cannot trust the Bears. The Bears, as you can see, lost to Detroit, lost to Minnesota, lost to Green Bay, lost to New England, lost to Arizona. 49ers, I believe they still have some fight in them, and this is a home game for them. Brock Purdy is back, and they have Isaac Guerrero and plenty of weapons that they can still lean on to get this win, all right? Not saying that they're going to cover this number at 3.5, but the Vegas set this line on purpose, and they did it like this perfectly. They didn't give you a 1.5 pick 'em or 2. No, they gave you 3 and the hook here. So give me the 49ers on the money line. I would stay away from that point spread, and if I had to choose one, I would take the 49ers, all right? I would take the 49ers to cover that 3.5. And for the over-under, I think the Bears struggle to put up points. Still, could this be a high-scoring game? Over. We're gonna lean with the over 44. Okay, high back and forth environment. Bears not that high scoring, but it could end around 44, 45, 46, around there, 47. All right, so 49ers money line, 49ers to cover the 3.5 and give me the over on the 44. In Gaya Field at Arrowhead Stadium, Kansas City Chiefs 11-1, LA Chargers 8-4 in this game. Looking at this division battle, Chiefs minus 200 on the money line with the comeback of the Chargers at a plus 165. Point spread set at 4. Totals points set at 43. All right. Looking at the public bet percentage here, 69% of the bets, 73% of the money on the Kansas City Chiefs. For the point spread, we have 64% of the bets, 66% of the money on the Chargers plus 4. And for the total points, 75% of the bets, 77% of the money towards the over 43 in the total. All right. Los Angeles Chargers injury report here. Q tags on Junior Colson, Tony Jefferson, who's trending towards not playing. He has 2 DNPs. And then Ladd McConkey got all limited. So we're going to wait and see if he's going to be able to give it a go on Sunday. All right. And then Denzel Perryman is out yet again. He's missed like the last 2 to 3 weeks. Kansas City Chiefs, clean bill of health here. Just have a Q tag on Mecole Hardman. He did get a DNP on Friday. Other than that, the Chiefs are pretty healthy. Finally, it's been a while. They've been dealing with a lot of injuries at the beginning of the season. Looking at these two teams here, matching up, both of them are pretty much on a hot streak, winning 4 of their last 5 games. Chargers dominating Atlanta Falcons, and this Chargers defense is stepping up, and the emergence of Justin Herbert has definitely helped this offense. All right, the connection between him and Ladd McConkey, and hopefully they can figure out this running game here with the injury to J.K. Dobbins. So that could be a big loss there, but we'll see. They definitely have a quarterback that can put them in a very good situation to keep this game close and possibly win against the Kansas City Chiefs. All right, Chiefs red hot yet again. Obviously, beat the Carolina Panthers and beat the Las Vegas Raiders here, but noticing the Chiefs all year long, they have not been covering spreads. So I think that they've been giving you a layup each and every week. Just take the points with the opposing team. You have the AFC West in division matchup here between the Chargers and Chiefs. So obviously very familiar opponent. And the Chiefs kind of struggle against most of these teams in their division anyway. They keep it close. And the Chargers, I believe that they can keep this game close in Arrowhead. Justin Herbert should step up in this game environment. Give me the +4 on the Chargers. I'll take the field goal plus 1 extra point. Total points here, I think that both of these offenses can get going, all right? We saw, if you haven't noticed, low-key, Patrick Mahomes has been putting up 2 touchdowns every single game, and he's been looking like a very good quarterback. Obviously, one of the best quarterbacks ever, but he's been looking like his former self just very slightly here in the past few games, putting up touchdowns and not leaning on that run game, which they were doing at the beginning of the year. All right, things are a little bit different now for the Chiefs. I think this game stays close with the +4, and I think this game goes over the total of 43 points in this in-division matchup. All right, so those are going to be our selections for the Week 14 late slate. Let me know in that comment section down below. Do you agree? Do you disagree? We can definitely debate about that in the comment section down below. If you want to sign up for the Patreon and get the plays for Sunday as well, you click that link, you get signed up, you're getting access to daily bets, future bets, and access to that group chat that goes off 24/7. This is your boy Chef D. I'll be back very soon, and peace out.